The opinions and views expressed by individuals during this broadcast are their own and may not be the opinions of this network, their group, or other organization they may be involved with.
Oh, hey there, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome, everyone, to this week's episode of Grow420 here on NOK Network. I am your joint host, Ron McNabb, and I forgot to do. I'm back. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. Just give me a second. I'm just going to redo this. Just give me one moment. So we are at episode 45 for this Tuesday, December the 10th. So welcome, everyone. We're going to be discussing the current indoor grow today. Okay, just give me 1 second. Hold on. There's always something I usually forget to do. The forgetful stoner. There we go. Because earlier today, this is actually my third show for the day. Started off with Rise and Shine. It's marijuana time. This morning at your morning wake and bake show here on NOK Network. We started that at 7 a.m. Eastern time, and that goes to 8. Oh, geez. And then I had to fill in for Tara this morning. Her internet's not working. And so I filled in for Tara at noon today to do a pre-record show for with Hobbies Puppets, Psychedelic Reporters, which airs tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So if you could want to check that out. So what's everyone smoking on today? I'm smoking on some of the plank, aka cough your lungs out weed. So yeah, we're going to be discussing the current indoor run we got growing right now, Grapefruit Diesel and Acapulco Gold. Currently in flower, and we are today at day 1, week 8 of flower. Man, are those buds starting to stack up now. Everything's getting super sticky in there. And the smell is just, amazing. So we are going to have a video update a little bit later on the show for you. And we are going to talk about, we're going to get to what we didn't do last week. We're going to talk about the nutrients in that I use for my plants. Gaia Green, some of the other stuff I use, like molasses, and stuff like that. And then we're also going to have a little bit of a terpene talk. There's one terpene in particular that we're going to talk about, and the spelling of it, I have to remember the pronunciation. I think it's Guayal. I'll have to look it up. Guaiol. So let me just look that up on Mr. Google here. Pronunciation. Okay. I'm going to, it may not, shouldn't get me copyrighted. Just a word. Guayal. I'm not sure if that, I think that might be correct. Featuring, here's another one. GYL. I think GYL. Yeah. Okay, let's see what this has to say. Can't hear that one. I can't hear that, so we're not going to worry about that one. Hey, good afternoon, John. John Randall in the house. Good afternoon. So yeah, we're going to talk about some terpenes a little bit later too. And we are also, as I said, going to talk about the stuff I use on my plants. The Gaia Green. And some of the other stuff, and some stuff I'd like to add. Then what we're also going to do is we are also going to end up smoking in the 420 for Ontario. And yeah, that's at 420. That's in 11 minutes. 11 minutes. And then we're also just going to be listening to some cool tunes while we're also having a toke or two or more, right? So talking about having another toke, I'm going to have some of Grapefruit Diesel right now. And this is all stuff that I grew. Guys who've been following the show, we're able to see these seeds being dropped down, the clones being done, and you saw the whole progression of the plants throughout the year. You saw the video updates of the harvest, and now we're smoking the stuff, right? So, let's see. Yeah, we're having a toke. Cheers. Oh boy. Couldn't hold all of that one in. But cheers. Oh, I'm getting hot in here. Just give me a second. I'm getting my fan closer. There we go. So actually, why don't we bring up the terpenes now? We'll do that. Let's see. Again, I'm still not convinced on how to properly pronounce this. But we're going to share the page in just a second here. Okay. Present. Share screen. And which one are we on? What is... Okay, right there. Okay. At the stage. And boom. There we are. Okay, so what is GYL? GYL? And what does this cannabis terpene do? Let me just zoom out. Zoom in one more like that. There we go. The terpene pining gets most of the credit for giving certain cannabis strains pungent, evergreen, and minty aroma. A pungent, evergreen, and minty aroma. After all, pining... I thought this was GYL. Well, we'll see. We'll see what this is. After all, pinene is one of the most prevalent terpenes found in cannabis, as well as one of the most heavily researched. However, and by the way, we are reading this article from Leafly, and it's by Patrick Bennett, published on June 20th, 2019, and last updated on July 28th, 2020. I want to give credit where credit's due, right? However, there is a less common terpene that also brings similar pine flavors to the equation. This is the terpene GYEOL, pronounced GYEOL, which has a host of therapeutic benefits and also shows up in a few well-known strains, albeit in small amounts on the market today. And I'm going to open up that one there. What are cannabis terpenes and what do they do? We'll read that in a moment. GYL's unique profile. I wish it was easier to say. GYEL's unique profile. GYEL, sometimes referred to as champacol. I'd rather say that, champacol. Differs from many other terpenes which are oil-based because of its unique structure as a liquid. GYEL is most prominent in the hard, oily timber of the tropical Guaiacum plant, an evergreen variety most found in the Caribbean as well as other subtropical regions. Coniferous trees such as cypress pines contain wood that is also known to contain GYEL. Aside from its prominent pine-like aromas, wood and rose notes are also present in its terpene profile. And with a lower average boiling point for terpenes, 92 degrees Celsius or 198 degrees Fahrenheit, GYEL needs to be vaporized at low temperatures to be fully enjoyed. Music down just a tad. So as you can see, terpenes aren't just in cannabis. They're in many, many other plants. And this particular terpene, GYEL, is most prominent. It's in cannabis, right? But in very small amounts. And but it is most prominent in the hard, oily timber of the tropical Guaiacum plant. So I guess that's why it's called GYEL, right? So that's pretty cool. And coniferous trees, such as cypress pines, also contain that terpene. I didn't know that. Cannabis strains containing GYEL. That's probably the question that most people are probably wanting to ask by now, right? Now that you know a little bit about it, well, what strains can you find it in? Well, they can be found in, even though it's not a primary terpene, GYEL can be found in some notable strains. We're 3 minutes away from 420, folks, so make sure you're ready. Can be found in some notable strains, especially ones that display pungent, pine-like aromatic profiles. Just going to get my bong bowl ready here, and then we'll be back to the story in a second. So I'm going to have some more of the plank. So high concentrations of GYEL are found in ACDC, Cinex, Plushberry, Pennywise, Fruit Loops, Jelly Bean, Golden Pineapple, Chernobyl, Agent Orange, and Blackberry. Now, the medical benefits of GYEL. Now, we'll come back to this in just a moment. What we're going to do is we are going to come back full screen. So we are ready for our 420. And we're going to get the banners ready here. So thank you all for tuning in so far today. I appreciate it. And those who are watching in on the replay later on, I appreciate that as well. And there's our 1 minute reminder to 420. So make sure you're ready. And we're going to get back to the terpenes in terpene talk in a little bit. So we'll smoke in the 420 first. And we got Kim Cooper in the house. Cheers. And she shared out the feed. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're just waiting for 420 here, and it is, can't be that far away now. We are 10, 9, 8, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom! And there's our 420. Happy 420 from Ontario, Canada, folks. Light them up if you got them. And if you don't got them, well, this blood's for you. Cheers. And that is how we do it, folks. That is how we do it around here. Happy 420 Easties, right? Okay, let me get back over to my window here. There it is. Now, we're about to discuss the medical benefits of the terpene GYEL. And that's right, happy 420. Whoop, whoop. And so let's share the screen again, and we'll get back at it, right? There we go. Ontario, New York, Florida, and all in between, right? And everyone else outside of that, too, because it's always 420. It's 420 somewhere. Huzzah! Oh, geez, comments are flying by here. Huzzah! Ohio! Whoop, whoop. Huzzah. Oh, no, there's... okay. Huh? Fucking... za. Yeah, I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link right now. Give me 2 minutes. And pop over here to Facebook. Oh, come on, load up quickly. There we go. Okay. And we're going to search for Frosty. That's still loading up. There we go. Way down the list. Here you go. Link sent, Frosty. So we'll continue talking about the terpenes until Frosty comes in, and then we'll come back up full screen with just the two of us. It's if I remember. Because after all, I am the forgetful stoner, right? Right there. Okay, so the medical benefits of GYEL. Modern research on GYEL is very limited, though we do know that the guaiacum plant, from which the compound is mainly derived, has been used extensively in natural medicine for quite some time. I didn't know this. I am aware of this terpene, but I did not know what I'm reading here right now. It was brought back from Hispaniola. It was brought back from Hispaniola to Europe in the 16th century by the Spanish after they finished their conquest of San Domingo by the late 1700s. Guaiacum gum extracted from the dense wood of the plant was being used in the treatment of syphilis and to regulate menstruation. GYL. Oh, here's another related. I love how they put related articles in all here. Benefits of cannabis terpenes: osmine, terpinolene, and GYL. I'm going to open that to look up at another time. GYL is commonly known as an anti-inflammatory, as this is in vitro in a test. As this in vitro in a test tube and in vivo in a living organism study from 2010 shows. And there is a link to that study right there. So I just opened that up. I'll look at that later too. Now, Trosty's probably going to be in here in a second. So we'll come back up full screen for now. We'll come back to this afterwards. John says terpinolene is his favorite. My favorite so far is linalool, which can be found in like lavender and such. But this one here, GYL, is known as an anti-inflammatory. And that's from a 2010 study, so fairly recent. And oddly enough, you know where I found out about this terpene? A bud tender at a legal dispensary here in Ontario. I had it was a slow day for them. I was in there just chatting it up for like half hour, telling them like my story with cannabis, and they're talking about their own stories and how they use it medically. Like, it was like weird. Like, they're not even supposed to be talking about that shit in the store. And it's like, there's no other customers in there. It was just me and them. There's like 3 or 4 of them, and they're all like younger people, like in their 20s. The late or oldest rather was probably late 20s, maybe early 30s. And so one of them mentioned about GYL. And we got Frosty.
Fuckers.
What's up, fuckers? What's up?
The old Turk conversation makes me laugh.
Yep. I don't.
Comes in and they're like, "Oh, look, can I see it? Let me get it right here. Give fuck we do. Look at it. Oh, the terps on this one is 3.2.
Yeah.
Wow. Let me see the other one. It's like, oh, the terps on this one's 4. Oh, I'm gonna get this one. Terps. I'm like,
I know the new THC.
Right?
Yeah, they're looking just at the number. They're not looking at what the actual terpenes are.
That, I wonder.
Is that the mushies?
Yeah.
I gotta get me some mushies, man. I haven't had any for a while.
All right.
Nothing.
I can get a tab in here while it's the wife's lunchtime, and then I gotta go.
Okay.
You just so happen to be around, so.
Kim says hi, Frosty.
Oh yeah, I can't see any comments. I'm not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Kim says hi.
There we go. I'm in the comments. What's up, Kim? I must be in the live that she's not in.
Yeah. One of the 3 Facebook
I'm
feeds.
in the live with John Rondo and Mike Driscoll.
I can't tell who. That's one thing I can tell, that you guys are all from Facebook, but it doesn't tell me what Facebook feed you're from. And I'm on 3 different Facebook feeds, so I can't tell unless someone on the other end tells me. And we got James in the house again. Love your mushies, right? Like I said, I haven't had any for a while now, and I'm missing them. I really am. Another one I want to try is Blue Meanie. I've had Golden Teacher, Penis Envy, Z Strain, B Plus, and a couple of others, 2 or 3 others. James, John, and Kim are all on NOK. And James' comment here is, I get
medicated. What? I don't know. All I know is, Ron, you're live in 6 or 7 different places or whatever the fuck it is. That's stupid.
Now tell me how you really feel.
That's how I really feel, being live in a million places.
I know.
Divisive. I know. I think I asked that last time. I was like,
yeah, no, that is a word. 100%. It is a word. Divisive. Yeah, divisive nature. Yeah, that's a word. There's benefits to both. I see.
We're going for free. Yeah, veterans here get up to 3 grams a day covered. It may have changed because it was much higher, and like for easier. It was easier for a much higher amount for veterans, but they changed it and they lowered it to 3 grams a day. That they
I know. Yeah, I know they lowered it.
Were higher amounts, and then they had to cover the higher amounts or cut themselves back. But cheers, gotta rock and roll.
Stupid. Anyways, cheers.
Wow.
That's right, James. There's a okay. We'll go back in the comments here.
My favorite surf is Jolly Rancher.
The Jolly Rancher. Yeah, right.
Check out our cannabis.
They didn't remove it again, Kim, did they? I'm showing live here. They removed it before. I know that. Yeah, so I just want to point out James in the comments here in the chat. He's got a cannabis game show on YouTube, and they're in talks with Snoop to bring it to cable. And it's called Vet Maps, The Right Deal.
Okay.
And so, he helps get veterans medicated alternatively with cannabis in Oklahoma for free.
I used to be a liaison for MFT for a little while here, Marijuana for Trauma, and they are the vets outfit. But, I can see my breath down here now. I got to rock and roll now, though.
All right. Thanks for tuning in or coming in. Cheers. Have a good one.
You have a good one. Later, y'all. Bye, Kim. Bye, everybody.
Take care. Yep. The original NOK Network. Yeah. I didn't think the new one was down. There's a YouTuber I follow. They've had their Instagram taken down before, and they're a cannabis YouTuber. And they've just recently had it taken down again, as well as a whole bunch of other profiles, even his personal profile that had no reference to cannabis, that was like something like 8 years old or something like that. They took that down too. And that was Instagram, and he's had issues with Facebook too. Obviously, Facebook and Instagram are owned by Meta. Yeah, so I get there's rating, Helm Health, treatment and workers, walkers, sneakers. Awesome. Oh man, that's awesome, James. Tried to kill myself in 2015, 12 hours resuscitated, 3 days in a coma. Well, I'm glad you're still here, buddy. Glad you're still here and that you're helping others too. That's awesome. And we got Kim saying, ciao, Frosty. Your background music is awesome. I know, right? I know. There's this awesome dude, man, that I know that he does some pretty dope beats. And some of them I'd love to play on the show, but I can't because of copyright issues. But if you want to find out where it's all at, right here. FrozenSmileRecords.bandcamp.com/music. So I'm talking about Frosty, guys. This is Frosty's Beats. This is going to bring his page up. So what time is it? 4:36? We got a little bit. We got time. I got so many windows open. I hope this doesn't crash on me. I probably will have to close some before I play the video later. Okay, so oops. There we go. That's the one I'm looking for. Okay, and share this tab instead. And we'll come up here. There we go. So FrozenSmileRecords.bandcamp.com/music brings you to this page right here. And trying to get my mouse to work. There we go. And the list of all the albums here. You look pretty sophisticated with your chin wall, I must say. Hey, I just realized. Hey, Mikey, that's you. You just showed up, or at least you just showed up in the chat. Good to see you, buddy. Let's go back in here. The comments. Been in jail months at a time. Facebook jail for 7 years now for Kim. Yeah. I knew what you meant. So yeah, this is where you can find all these cool beats. And this album that we're on right now is The Sky's Normal Side, which is right here. And this track is Should It Be? And that's right down here, track 11. So you can listen to it all like just right here. It's got a built-in player. Or you can download the stuff. And according to Frosty, anywhere where it says to enter in a dollar amount, just enter 0. And then right here, alternatively, you put 0 there. And then down below, it says alternatively continue with 0 and download to your computer. And then you click on that. So go check that out sometime. we'll go back to the terpene talk here for a little bit. I just walked in looking for a place to sit down. Well, brother, pull up a chair and sit on the floor. So we're going to have another toke here, and we're going to go to break probably in a few minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about the nutrients that I use in my grows and some of the stuff I'd like to add, and then we'll have the update video to show you. And don't forget, we've also got the the grapefruit diesel and the the grapefruit diesel and the Acapulco gold that are in flower. Today is day 1, week 8 of flower, and so they completed 7 full weeks of flower now. We're going into the 8th week, and so we've only got probably a couple of weeks left. What's Mikey say here? Flip the chair around and share with 3 of your buds. Flip the chair around and share with 3 of your buds. I'm not sure if I'm getting that. Could be some engine humor. I don't know. Or maybe I'm just like too high. Oh man, this is my 3rd show today. I've smoked so much today. Frosty, if you're still in the chat there, you want to listen or whatever, man, you used to do 3 shows a day consecutively for years. Man, you must have gone through a shit ton of weed. Anyways. 1 seat or 4 legs. I get it. Yeah, flip the chair. Okay, I get it. Oh, I get it. So yeah, so 2010 study for GYL shows it's commonly known as an anti-inflammatory, with a test that was done in vitro and so in a test tube and in a living organism. So that'd be interesting to read that. A 2016 study shows that when used in conjunction with other essential oils, GYL can have anti-parasitic properties in vitro, while a separate but similar study shows its antioxidant properties also in vitro. And there's links to click on. I'm not sure if that brings it to the studies and other information, or if it or just gives it definitions for anti-parasitic and I don't know. Not going to click on that right now. But in mice, GYL can potentially reduce tumors and strengthen the effects of chemotherapy in vivo and in vitro, as shown in this study. Although not therapeutically beneficial, it has also been shown that similar to other terpenes, such as terpinolene, which is whose favorite terpene was that? Let me come back in the comments here. Way back here, I think. Right here. John Rando. Terpinolene is his favorite. So yeah, it says, although not therapeutically beneficial, it has also been shown that similar to other terpenes such as terpinolene, GYL can also be used as an insect repellent. And I'm going to open that one up because that might be a study or a story. Yeah, it's the study. It's a link to the study. It's a link to the study. So that's cool about an insect repellent. There's still quite a bit of research needed to fully understand. And is that when it's combined or no? Oh, similar to others. Okay. Yeah, it can also be, yeah. So that's cool. There's still quite a bit of research needed to fully understand the effects of GYEL, especially when consumed in cannabis. And we got Justin Jenkins in the house. Good afternoon. And you've been super busy. I know, buddy. Did you end up having that job interview yesterday? And if so, how'd it go? If it you don't want to answer, that's fine too. I don't want to put you on the spot. I've been thinking about you. So yeah, that's pretty cool, eh? That's just one terpene that we're talking about there. Well, a couple. Well, so there's GYEL is the one that we were talking about, but then they were talking about terpenoline in there as well. So that's cool. So we'll come back up full screen. You did have the interview and you're waiting to hear back. Well, awesome. I hope it works out. Crossing my fingers and my toes. But you know what? Hey, if you don't get it, hey, it obviously wasn't meant to be. And you know what that means? It just means that there's something better out there. And I'll speak from experience on that. I've looked for work for so many times and shit like that, and done my resume up. I could teach one of those classes on how to do your resume, and well, not now because I don't have any idea of what's really the in thing with doing all that shit now. But anyways, I hope it does work out for you, and that'd be great if it did. So I think this is probably a good time to go to break. This is done, and I think this might be the last song in the album too. It is. Look at that. So awesome time to go to break. We're finished the story. We're not story, but the subject we were talking about there. The music's done. We're going to have another toke just before we go to break. So cheers. All right, so we're going to be back in 4 minutes and 20 seconds, folks, for more Grow420 here on NOK Network. And when we come back, we are going to talk quickly about the nutrients that I use for my grows, as well as we'll do our video, and then we'll be out of here. So shouldn't be too long. But you never know, right? No, I'm not planning on going really long today. So on that note, we're going to go right over here to the commercial screen, and we're going to be back in 4 minutes and 20 seconds. So while we're on break, go take a look at, check out some of our, a word from some of our sponsors and some of the other shows that are on the network throughout the week. And there is 21 podcasts a week on the network. So peace. We'll be right back.
Hey, hi. My name is John Mark, aka Sublimator Warrior, and I would like to welcome you to Smoke Signal in Tyendinaga.
One dab make your whole dome drip sweat. One dab make the homies all dip set.
Smoke Signals, Tyendinaga.
Smoke Signals, Tyendinaga. Smoke signals. Taindenaga.
Ooey, ooey, gooey, that's a sticky dab. Might just have to put this one on Instagram.
Smoke signals.
Go ahead,
Taindenaga.
hold it in, feel it in your wrist.
Smoke signals. Taindenaga.
Check us out in Tyndonega. 55 Highway 49 in Tyndonega. It's on the res, and we're open from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week.
Tune in daily to NOK Network's diverse podcasting lineup. Ganja News Update, Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern with Tara Simpson and Ron McNabb. Waking Up with the Waniac, Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific with Wayne Cruz from sunny California. Grow420, Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern with Ron McNabb. Psychedelic Reporters, Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern with Hobbies Puppets and Tara Simpson. Peace, News and Views, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern with Sir Stevo and Kim Cooper. Thursdays we have Open Your Eye with Kim Cooper and Tara Simpson, 8 p.m. Eastern. Followed by Thursday Night Vibes at 9:15 p.m. Eastern with Master and Mama Rochi. The IWK 710 Daily Sesh airs 7 nights a week with our rotating joint hosts nightly at 7 p.m. Eastern. Thanks for tuning in to all the podcasting on NOK Network.
Are you frantically pounding away on your keyboard these days? To discuss your views, share your passions, teach a skill, or share a craft to the masses on social media. Podcasting is a bright light that can help you reach a diverse audience, and the NOK Network can help. Even if you have no experience, NOK Network will work with you to develop your content to air on our diverse network to reach a wide audience, allowing us to grow together. Podcasts are aired on multiple platforms simultaneously across social media and streaming sites live through our network. Contact us and let's chat about how we can help you develop your podcast and join the NOK team.
Discover the treasure trove of flavors at Miss Jolly's Munchie Factory. Satisfy your cravings with our award-winning treats. Follow us on Instagram at Captain Rogers 705. Let Miss Jolly's Munchie Factory lift your spirits. Experience the comforting embrace of our freshly prepared soups and infused cornbread.
Now we get back to the show.
And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to this week's episode of Grow420 here on NOK Network. And we are again at episode 45, and it is Tuesday, December the 10th. And so we're just going to get the regular banner back up there. There we go. We're on the ball with the banners here. And we also have Danelle back in here. And I chuckled, Danelle, when you read your comment, I literally laughed out loud. You just woke up from a long weed nap, right? Aren't those great? Those are so great. A long weed nap. Anyways, we're going to get another album music on here again from Frosty. So this is now Disguised Normal, Disguised Side. That album there. So now we are going to talk about the nutrients I use for my grows, both indoor and outdoor. And I started out originally buying the 1 pound tubs of the Gaia Green. And this is pretty much the only thing I've ever used. There's the Gaia Green All-Purpose, which is the numbers on it are 444, which is NPK, which is, so it's N nitrogen, potassium and phosphorus. I can't remember. I'm going to have to look it up now. It might actually say on here. The P, I think, is phosphorus. Yeah, and the K is potassium. NPK. So nitrogen. Nitrogen, phosphorus, and then potassium. Since this morning, good nap, right? I slept this morning at 7, was good live session this morning, right? Oh man, it was so cool. We like kind of really skipped over the news. The comments were just like flying in right at the beginning. Well, through the whole show, there was like 100 from just 3 Facebook feeds that I looked at. There was 100 at the time, it was just after the show. There was like 160 comments total and like 200 views. It was crazy. Hey Justin. Yeah, we miss Justin, but he's been busy. He's busy doing life, right? So yeah, so nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. That's the NPK. So that's the numbers there, 444. And that's like 4 parts, and 4 parts, or something. Yeah, whatever. I don't know. I just explain the things briefly. I'm not a pro. But anyways, so this is just all-purpose. So I use that in veg, and then I use this in flower, Power Bloom, and it's 284. So the nitrogen drops, but the phosphorus picks up, and phosphorus is what's needed for the budding, right? But you don't need as much nitrogen because you don't want to feed the leaves; you want to feed the buds. Well, yeah, I am a pro. I'm a pro at being a pro forgetter. But you know what? I did. I filled in for Tara this morning for doing the pre-record for Psychedelic Reporters because her internet was all fucked up. And Guy Green, your absolute favorite, right? Only thing I've really used. You're moving on the 1st. Well, that's awesome to hear. January 1st? Wow. Starting off, new place, new year, new job maybe. We got a whole new Justin happening here. Dude, that's awesome. That is. So that's the thing. If you're unhappy with your situation, you can't keep just doing the same thing you're doing all the time and expecting different results, right? You got to change something up. And whatever that may be, whatever you can do, hey, at least it puts you on a different trajectory in life, right? Right? Things are looking good for you. Awesome. That's great to hear, Justin. It's great to hear. So yeah, this is what I use in flower. Now, what I usually do when you got like the transition period between like leading up to flower, towards the end of veg, leading up into flower, I will usually do a little bit of a mix of both. I'll do like 3/4 of like whatever the amount is that I do about 3/4 this of the Power Bloom and 3/4 of the stuff for veg. I don't know if it's 100% necessary. I didn't do it before. I do it now. It may be beneficial. I know a lot of other growers do that. There is also a Gaia Green Facebook group. It's not an official Gaia Green Facebook group, though. It's just like a fan-based group. And so, unfortunately, you do also get a lot of know-it-alls in that group. And sometimes they'll gang up on new growers for asking silly, stupid questions. Well, there is no such thing as a silly, stupid question because everybody started out at the same place, right? Maybe some people have a bit more of a knack for things than others, but no reason to disparage someone, right? When they're looking for help. Now, if the person looking for help is being really ridiculous and they're refusing to even do any research on their own, but even then, maybe they have trouble doing that, right? You don't know. You just don't know what people's stories are, right? It's too easy to say, oh, go look up on Google yourself. Well, maybe they feel intimidated by it. Maybe they find that there's too much information and they're looking for some real information from someone who has real life experience just to give them the information that they need so they can get doing what they need to do and want to do. Right? Then you get these egocentric guys on there, or girls. Just tends to be a lot more guys on there. Not just that group. I'm not disparaging that group at all. It's an awesome group. But this happens in any grow group. But I would imagine you get that in any kind of group, no matter what kind of group it is. You're always going to get some of those group bullies, right? So this is organic. So I started out buying the 1 pound tubs. Now the 1 pound tubs at the time were about $10. They're now, I think, about, if you can find them, because a lot of stores don't carry them anymore. If you, or at least around here, they don't. They're usually about $11 to $12 now. These are a 4.4 pound tub or 2 kilo, and this one was $24.99. Right there. I don't know if you can see that. And this is the Power Bloom. That one was the all-purpose, the Power Bloom, $21.99. So the 2 kilo tubs usually anywhere about $22 to $28, depending on the store and whatever the price is at that time of the year, right? Like whatever time of year you're in, because the price does fluctuate on these products sometimes. What I decided to do last time, and I can't remember, I think it might be the all-purpose. I bought the big bag, and the big bag was like $45. And the big bag is, I think it's like a 10 kilo bag. Oh, I can't remember, but anyways, it's a really better price, and so that's whatever one I got. I think it is the all-purpose that I got, but I'm not sure. It might be the Power Bloom, but whatever one I didn't get, I'm gonna go and get in January. And there's a store in North Bay that I can get all this at. With the big bags. They carry the big bags on a regular basis. So that's what I use. Now, you ask what's in it. Let's Okay, let's come over here where the light is, right? Feather meal, alfalfa meal, bone meal, blood meal, glacial rock dust, natural rock phosphate, fish bone meal, mineralized phosphate, potassium sulfate, insect frass. I can't remember what insect frass is. Insect frass meaning the solid excrement of insects, especially larvae. It can also refer to a mixture of insect feces, shed, exoskeletons, and undigested feed in the insect farming industry. Frass can be used as a fertilizer and has many benefits for plants, including nitrogen, chitin, and pest control. A few other things that are good to know about insect frass in there, what I'm reading from. Basalt, I may not be pronouncing that right. Basalt, rock dust, humic acid, gypsum, kelp meal, oyster shell flour, and green sand. I don't know what green sand is. I'd have to look that up. I'm not going to do that right now. If you want to know, you can look it up. But that's a whole mishmash of stuff all in there for good organic planting. And they have a whole line of other amendments and stuff too that you can add and stuff if you want. Personally, I think a lot of these guys, they're growing and they get all this stuff. I think it's just more of the fact that they think, oh, you got to just do all this stuff, right? I don't think you necessarily need all of it. I don't think in the end it's, unless you've got all of your parameters dialed in perfectly, I think a lot of this, some of the stuff, I think you're just wasting your money on. But that's my opinion, right? So the Power Bloom for flour, it's got bone meal, mineralized phosphate, fish bone meal, rock phosphate, mixed potassium sulfate, glacial rock dust, insect frass, feather meal, basalt rock dust, kelp meal, humic acid, gypsum, green sand, and blood meal. And I would imagine that the order the ingredients are in is also representative of the quantity of the stuff that's in. So the lower down the list, the smaller amount. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. That generally is a thing in food. That certainly is. So yeah, one thing I would like to add, though, very soon is worm castings. I would like to eventually have my own worm bin where I'm making my own worm castings. That would be cool. I'm a little ways off from that yet, though. Life's just a little bit too busy for me to be adding something else like that in the mix. At least for me right now. Oh, geez. So we're almost done here now. What I do sometimes with watering every once in a while, when I do a top water, what I do is I just scoop this on the top of the soil and work it in, and I just top water a bit in. But in my bins, they're self-irrigating planters. So they bottom water, they wick up, right? But when I do the feedings, I have to do some top watering. When I do that, once in a while, the fact that I got to do a feed. No, I cannot do a feed now. No, I missed doing this last week or week before. Life just got busy. But I would do a top water with some molasses mixed in with the water a few weeks before the end. Now, I could probably do it, but I think we're probably only about 2 weeks out because we're at week 8, day 1 of week 8 today. And I was looking up, and both these strains are around like a 9 or 10 week strain. They may go a little longer. But I don't think I really need to feed them anymore right now. They look okay. The Grapefruit Diesel is starting to get its fade happening, and the purples are starting to happen. And so it's going to look beautiful. And the Acapulco Gold, holy crap, is it ever sticky. Down below on the bin, on the perimeter of the bin, it's all sticky. And on I have a humidifier on the ground between the bins. Not used as a humidifier right now. It's just as a fan because it puts the fan straight up. So it provides airflow underneath the plants. That humidifier is all covered with sticky res from the trichomes in there. Holy crap, it's just crazy. So we're going to do this video. I think in just a minute we'll have this toke, and then we'll do the video, and then we'll be out of here. Cheers. All right, so I'm going to get my headphones on now. So I'm going to pause the music here. Get some Bluetooth headphones. And I'm going to bring the video up now. At the stage, just give me 1 second here, and there, and there, and should be about there. Okay, so this is a video I did today, and so here we go. So just pause on that for a second there so you can read that. And here we go. Is the volume okay? I got all new labels. Thank you. Smells so nice in there. Everything's so sticky. During one of the close-ups, you'll see the purple starting to happen in the fade. Volume's good. Thank you. Awesome. It's jamming here, eh? There's some purples. Look at that. Look, 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 look. And even the rest of the leaves are starting to turn a little yellow now. So just probably within the next week, there'll be more yellowing, more purple. And here's the Acapulco Gold. Here's the God's green crack. So they're looking nice. So you're 1 week now in those pots. We planted them last week. We used the cam setup. Oh, geez, now I can't get that back in there. There we go. All right. Whoa, I got a cable here. Tuck that behind. So, so we'll come back full screen. I think we're done now. Let me just turn these headphones off. I don't need them now. Okay, so now I should be back onto the laptop here. So we are going to get out of here now. And so that's the update that we had for this week. And so stay tuned for next week for episode 46 on December. Oh, geez. Nope. I forgot. I'm not going to be here next week. We are going to have a replay put up. I'm not sure which episode we're going to have. Kim is going to choose that. She's got a bank of episodes saved that she can choose from. And so she will do that. I forgot. I am going to be away all day Tuesday. I'm going to be away from early in the morning until later in the afternoon, probably evening. I probably won't be home till 45, about 6 o'clock. So I'm not even going to be having the morning show. That there will be canceled, and we'll return the following morning on the 18th. But I will remind all you guys on the 16th, and by the morning show, I'm referring to Rise and Shine. It's marijuana time, your morning wake and bake show here on NOK Network that I've created, and I host every morning here at 7 a.m. Eastern time. And we go for about an hour, and we have a whole mix of talk about weather, cannabis news. We smoke in the 710 for Ontario, the 420 for BC out in the West Coast. While we're talking about the cannabis news, we go to break, and then when we come back from break, we get you moving and grooving with a good moving and grooving beat, and for a minute or two, and actually today we did it for almost 4 minutes, and then we just have a chill and chat, and where we just chill and chat until the end of the show. So it's always a great time, and so check that out. Check out some of the replays. We're at episode, I think we had episode 38 today. I can't remember. But anyways, it's been a wild ride so far. I love it, and but I gotta go now because I got dinner calling for me. Hot turkey sandwiches and open on the plate. So and just hot turkey. I think hot turkey over French fries. Hot turkey over French fries. That's what it is. So I'm hungry. I gotta go. So anyways, we'll have one more toke on the way out. Let me do victim to Victor here. Just give me 1 second. Shit. This one here. And yeah, so 2 minutes and 55 seconds. It'll be done. So we'll just have this playing on in the background while I do the closeout. So thank you all for tuning in today for this episode of Grow420. So yes, I will not be here next week, but there will be a replay. So still tune in, 4 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to be a great episode because they all are, right? And tonight we got 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just over an hour and a half from now. We got Janine, the Cannabis Fairy. And I believe she is in Mexico. So tune in. It's going to be a great time listening to her. And I think she is in Mexico still. Yeah. And then after that, we got at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we got Psychedelic Reporters. And that's Hobbies Puppets. So there's Mel. Mel the Mushroom is on first for the first half of the show. And the second half of the show, there's Todd the Gorilla. So you're going to have to tune in. Great 6 stories there that we had, that we recorded there on today's show. So tune into that. Psychedelic Reporters here on NOK Network at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll see you again live again on Grow420 on December the 24th. Christmas Eve. We will see you on December 24th. And I know it's Christmas Eve. I know there may be people that are going to family dinner and that. I'm still doing my shows and that, so it may just be a short show on that day. May just be a short show. Maybe even just a 10-minute. Come on, say hello, and then we'll go. Right? We'll just do one video update video, and then we'll go. Because I can't take it off. I can't take that off if I'm taking the previous week off too. Because I got to see you guys before the Christmas holidays. And I am probably doing all my shows throughout Christmas, throughout the break. The network will be shut down during Christmas holidays. There's posts about it, or there is a post. I'll be on. So anyways, we're done now. And Justin says, great show. Thank you, Justin. And you know what? Great viewers here. Great participants in the chat. Great viewers. If you're not participating in the chat, that's still fine too. I know there's a lot of people that just listen in while they're either working, driving, or just listening in. So anyways, we'll see you again tomorrow morning, though, for Rise and Shine. It's marijuana time here on NOK Network at 7 a.m. Eastern time. And until then, cheers. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay high. Cheers. All right. Peace.